everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Steelers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Dolphins, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Looking to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's three-man line, okay? So just play a three-man line. 85.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Stills, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
This will go for 5 up to the 33. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run the counter now on 1st down. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bowls him over, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 145. On 3rd down. It's Hogan, and he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run. The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean. They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run? I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 2nd and goal from the 5. taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll drop to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
Now Dobbs. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a 3-man line, okay? This play is 3-man line. 145.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, that's Hogan. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw here on first down. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he pulls over it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and get it.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First and 10, Dobbs dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Accelerating, and off he goes. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. It's what we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. Forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go. What?
Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. Dobbs now on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now a handoff as they run left side. Able to slither by. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Dobbs. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
140, 140.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's right. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive will start with Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw Dobbs. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Dobbs to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Here we go.
Now Dobbs. Steps away to his left, and he's going to go down again. Charles Harris in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Three-man line. Okay, just play a three-man line. 145.
On 3rd down, that's Hogan. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Adams. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Brandon, that's climbing the hill. And not only climbing it, but finally getting to the top and over. What a comeback.
What a comeback indeed. I mean, Charles, that was a 3-score deficit at one point that they were facing.
And let's face it, many times teams in that situation, they pretty much pack it in for the game.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Let's go. Ohio.
They run with Connor. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, it's Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Throwing here, Dobbs. He completes it to Bryant. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Connor. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
145,
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play.
145.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. This time is run out on this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Pittsburgh, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.